Days that can feel so long, I've been hanging on to a sad love song. Nights never came to dawn, they went on and on when you pulled me out. And before I knew it, I became all about you. I became all about you. And before I knew it, I became all about you. I became all about you. And before I
So we're starting.
Yeah. Are you excited?
I'm very excited.
You're excited to be
I
on?
mean, I was a
Are
little
you
nervous.
Are you nervous?
I'm a
Don't
little
be
bit.
nervous. Don't
I'm
be
a little
nervous.
nervous.
It'll be fun.
Hannah, you'll
I
be
just
fine.
can't believe this
David,
is
are you
season-
nervous? David's done a whole media tour.
I mean, yeah, he's at an IOS TV interview.
He's not.
I'm media school myself.
There you go.
There we
Wow.
go.
He's not nervous.
No.
He does this for a living. I mean, if you do backflips and jumps off on camera, how can you be nervous
Yeah.
for a sit-down interview?
I wonder what makes you nervous then.
You gotta figure it out.
Right, yeah.
Whoa.
Stay
What
tuned.
are you? What are you? Whoa.
Okay. Welcome back to Ads on Air, episode 14. We have a very special episode today. We've got two special guests. Our main special guest is
Me.
is David,
Hey, guys.
or is Derrick. This is gonna confuse me. Derrick Brown. No, Derrick's still same old Derrick. We have David. What's your last name, David?
Frew. Frew. It's a weird last name.
Okay, Frew.
They called me
David
David
Frew.
Free at commencement.
David Free.
I'm still upset about that. Media school commencement 2016. They call me up to the stage. David Free.
David
Free?
Free.
Did they autocorrect? Did my name get
That
autocorrected?
could be a
It
possibility.
could have.
Oh well.
David for free. David
I mean, but
Free.
because of parkour, you
I'm
are
as
free.
free as
You
a
know,
bird.
so
now.
it could be like a stage name or something.
And we also have our beloved ad club member. You're our first ad club member on the podcast, Hannah Whipple.
AKA whipped cream.
Thank you. It's an honor.
Don't make fun of her name.
No, I love it.
Whipped
Okay.
cream.
It's okay.
So, Hannah, are you excited to be on?
I'm so excited.
She's excited.
Season 2.
Season
Season
2,
two.
we're changing things up. We have special guests on.
Katie and Caroline are
Katie
gone.
and Caroline
We'll never see
are
him again.
locked in a closet
We're
right
never
now.
seeing him again.
And so I'm excited.
New beginnings.
So I reached out to David. It was actually kind of Derrick's idea. 'Cause-
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
so if you're in Bloomington, I feel like this is how far the reach has gone. My brother, who was in high school, his friend sent me, probably 6 months ago, a Bloomington Parkour video only because he recognized that it was on IU's campus. So
And the
that's how
same-
far it goes. So I feel like people on campus know about it and have seen about it. So
The same thing happened with me. My cousin in Missouri sent me a video of you guys. And he recognized that you were in Bloomington where I go to school. And he was like, hey, you should join these guys. Just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Anytime.
But yeah, that's like you guys are doing great that you're reaching everywhere.
Certainly.
So Derrick and I were at the was it Preby's Center or whatever. We were doing an event, and I don't know how it came. How did it come up?
I just texted you that. I texted you something about that.
Yeah, or like we were scrolling on Instagram or something. We're just standing there, and a Bloomington Parkour video came up. And we're like, "Holy crap! We should have these. We should have them on the podcast." And so here we are. We were very lucky to set it up, and what does it have to do with advertising? A little bit. It has to do with social media.
The better you are at parkour, the better you are at advertising. That's a fact.
I disagree because I think we're going to find out that the most popular ones are the ones that are not, quote unquote, good parkour. David, okay, tell us a little bit about you and, or maybe not about you and about Bloomington Parkour as an organization. How did it come to be? Did you start it? what do you guys do?
Gladly. So, I'm a media school man myself, class of 2016. Shout out Amy Gonzalez, one of my best professors. Bloomington Parkour started in 2020 as a revival of the old IU Parkour Club. We actually had one of the oldest parkour clubs, collegiate, in the country, starting in 2007. That fell apart in 2018 due to a wave of graduations and people moving away. In 2020, I was basically fired from my job at the Escape Room. Anyone remembers Enigma Puzzle House in town long enough? Yes, it turns out confined spaces.
Sorry to hear that.
Oh, yeah. No, it's a confined space where everybody touches things. What a great idea, pandemic. Well, that's 4 years of my life.
You said you were fired. Why would they fire you?
Well, I guess life fired me.
Okay.
There's only two of us. Scott and I we're chill. Anyway.
Only two. Okay, so that's interesting. You know how to trap people in places.
In
a career aspect, of course.
Yeah. We should make an escape room where we have to escape using parkour.
That is not far removed from reality. That is a thing that can happen. There are places like that. They're called challenge arcades.
Almost like when you
Squid Games,
next Adam Club
what?
outing.
almost like when you go to one of those haunted houses, they make you sign a waiver, like we can touch you, we can torture you, whatever.
Huh?
And there's places that are like serious, like people pay good
Starts
money
with like
to
an
like
M or
go.
something
McCamey
Manor. Yeah.
McCamey. Yeah.
What is it
Well,
called? McCamey?
Yep.
Okay, well let David finish his story.
Yeah,
about
sorry.
it.
Depends on your state. If you're in a state, you need to look at the case law. In Indiana, if you're a nonprofit, your pre-release liability waivers are enforceable. Not if you're for-profit. Be very careful about that. So anyway, pandemic boredom. We go to Blooming Labs a lot. Big local organization. They have a backyard area, and we start incubating there as a small parkour organization, recruiting new members, building equipment for little pop-up events, and just getting that training started again. And that's what we've been doing ever since.
So I did come across the IU parkour, but I almost didn't want to bring it up because I didn't know if it was like a competitor, like a beef.
Nostalgic.
IU parkour versus
Your
Bloomington
biggest
parkour.
rivals.
Not at all. I was a member back when I was here, 2012 to 2016.
Wow.
Absolutely.
So back in the day, it used to be IU parkour fell apart, and then it got revived. Well, good for you guys.
Yeah.
Good to get it back out there, and it seems like it's been success so far. I mean, I'm sure almost like ad club, slow and steady growth and stuff, or has it blown up in membership like overnight?
Our core membership has largely stayed the same. We've reached a few interested people. You really don't want 30 people to show up to parkour. I say that out of experience because that is a thing that happened within a week of the initial virality. So in other words, the three of us,
really?
me, Luna, Paulo. A couple of weeks later, we're at about 12 million. We're like, no one's gonna show up for this. It's just a silly video. We get mobbed by 30 guys who we assume were just kind of from a frat or something like that.
Right.
It's pretty clear they want to clown on parkour a bit. So it's like, all right. So I give them
All right, I'll show you guys. And that's a real concern. I never really thought about that, but you have too many people show up, like start body parts could like
Yeah.
if you got too many guys going at once, you need a large space.
But yeah, I smoked all of them with like the most obscene push-up variations you've ever. You will find muscles in your body you did not know exist. We went to Wells Library, up the walls twice, down the stairs twice, up the walls.
You guys
twice,
climbed
down
Wells
the stairs.
Library?
Well, the walls outside, the planter walls outside the back stairs.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
okay.
didn't climb the big-
Holy moly! Where's the video of that? Jeez. Okay, so that's like the initiation. Well, not the you guys aren't hazing people, but like I like that. You guys, the frat guys show up and they're like, let's go see what these parkour guys are up to, and they're like, well, you were like, no, drop down, give me 50 push-ups to show me you should even be here.
Oh yeah, well that was exciting for my ego.
Yeah,
building
so
off
Right.
alpha male podcast. All of a sudden, there's like 30 guys. I'm saying, okay, down 1, 2, and they're doing that. I'm like, holy crap! Sorry, Dick.
Oh, you can say whatever you want.
Hey, fantastic. All right.
I mean, you're
Free. You
liable
can-
for
you're
whatever
David Frew. You can-
repercussions come your way,
But yeah, wow. is this what it's like to lead a militia?
Right.
I'm listening to 30 parkour guys.
No.
Okay.
Left, right, left.
What are your events like? Is it just you guys kind of get together and you guys just like have a set location where you guys all do parkour together? Is there some sort of
Well, it's
Like how-
I've seen like there's different like you guys will say like show up here at this time or whatever, you know, just all around.
Yeah.
but like how is it structured? Is it just you all guys just go at once or
Well, we have 3 public meeting times a week. My body is very sore by Sunday because of that.
Right.
Tuesday, we got a kid class over at the warehouse. They're a fellow nonprofit indoor skate park area with a parkour area as well. We teach kids on Tuesday. Thursdays, teens, adults, also free. Those are both indoor and more controlled environment. And then our Saturday campus parkour meets. Right now they're at 3 o'clock. We start at 275 North Eagleson under the red clock for our main warm-up. And then we'll, after
Right.
45 minutes to an hour, we'll generally pick a new spot to go from there.
So how many people are attending the Saturday parkour?
Core group, I'd say, is about 7+.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
And would you say I like you know I'm really starting to be fond of your guys' organization because I like there's the kid aspect. You guys are like helping kids do or whatever. Would you say out of all these out of all these meetings every week, do any of them get like real wild? And if so, which one is it? The kids, or
just going crazy?
or am I getting the wrong impression altogether?
Well, I mean, with the kids, the main hazard is losing your voice because it's the warehouse.
Timmy, get off of there, or something like
Get off of there, get onto there.
right,
You want them bouncing off the walls, just not that wall and not like that.
right.
Yeah.
But, corralling like 10 middle school boys. Ugh.
Yeah,
But no,
I can imagine.
Monday, we have a private, members-only meeting that we don't advertise to the public, and we might try some more intense stuff on a Monday.
Oh, I see.
Starting off the week strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, Monday is just intense parkour. And for me, getting out of bed on Monday is pretty intense.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was gonna say. Well, I think that's really important. Like you say, a whole bunch of middle school boys and stuff. The reality is, I'm thinking back to like my time is maybe not in middle school, but like elementary school and stuff. I have a brother and stuff, and there's definitely some. On Saturdays we'd kind of have our own meetup where let's meet in the living room at 12 and watch cartoons, and afterwards let's throw each other off the couch or
Yep.
Okay.
slam each other onto
Yeah,
the
so
floor.
that's like kind of the first step, and then eventually.
Well,
you
yeah,
work
and
your way
the
up.
thing
Yeah.
is, it's always, then like dad walks in from mowing the grass and he's like, what are you guys doing? Or you broke his hand again or something like that. Someone's got a bruise. When I feel like, what if, if I had like a hometown parkour place, maybe it would have been safer or more regulated.
Yeah. No, that's one of the purposes of Bloomington Parkour as an organization. There's an interesting mismatch between kids and adults. Kids have all the energy and the desire to do things like climb up that, jump off that, jump between that, but none of the skill or coordination because they're only children. People overestimate that. With adults, it's like you have all the control, you have all the discipline, but you've lived long enough to have your ankle sprained a few times, and now all of a sudden the energy's not there.
Right.
Our goal is to bridge. So with kids, it's providing instruction so that they can kind of funnel that natural energy and enthusiasm and have proper technique so they're not getting injured. And they can push themselves a lot farther than they thought they could if they just know how to optimize takeoff, optimize landing, we're even doing conditioning. I'm introducing prehab as a concept to 7 or 8 year olds who are just starting their first sport. I don't know how well they're doing on the soccer field, but I'm introducing them to advanced physical therapy concepts in conditioning. So that's going to follow them for a while. With adults, we try to add some games in. We try to make it a little fun. We get you back on your feet after just years of not playing The Floor is Lava. Which, speaking of which, how long has it been since y'all played The Floor is Lava?
It's been a while.
It's still fun.
It was kind of popular there for a second, maybe when I was in high school or something. I had a revival maybe on TikTok. It's been a while. I'm trying to think what I would do. Okay, and when you say prehab, is that kind of like rehab, but like before for kids? Like
Yeah.
Before they like start getting injured and start doing all that stuff, it's
Yeah.
kind of just like preparing their body and like kind of trying to prevent those injuries.
A lot of eccentric exercises. Like
trick.
I mean, like, you know, like absorbing the load instead of like exploding the load.
Right. Yeah.
These kids are getting trained.
Pretty much.
For his militia, he said, "Wow, I can actually make something out of this. Let me start younger."
Yeah, no, like you can't really like do a lot of like muscle building at this age just yet, so you're not putting them in the weight room. But like you can teach like, okay, when you fall, roll like this, or let's warm up these ankles, let's warm up these wrists. You know, everybody acts like, oh yeah, no, the kids, you can just throw them around, they'll just blah 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 blah, because they don't remember getting injured as kids. But if you're putting yourself in sport, it's like you can still sprain things, you can still strain. Some of the worst strains I ever had were when I was like 12, 13 doing martial arts because no one was really coaching me on how to like prepare for injury, which is the other benefit of parkour. It's not just that we're working out parts of your like ligaments and tendons that you don't even know you have. It's that we're teaching you how to move in a variety of suboptimal situations. So I've fallen from things just in the home, and because of the years of parkour training, I don't get injured. One time I put my foot in a weird place on the stair and it was about to roll over. It just said no, folded back the other way. It bounced me out of a sprain. Like the more you condition, the less you get hurt.
That's a real benefit, I imagine, is because you're going from jumping off Wells Library and then you step on the, fall down the stairs or something. It's like, now, I don't know, obviously you're not jumping off Wells Library, but you're conditioning yourself to not, I never really thought about that, but that makes perfect sense. And I feel like I'm the opposite. Like I one wrong pebble or something and I'm done.
Done.
Yeah.
I'm done. But
Interesting.
my co-president of the club, Katie, wants to have she's pressuring me and Derrick to ask you about doing like a group event or something like that. But first of all, that sounds like a liability, collab event or whatever. And you said you don't really like,
larger groups
30
of
people showing up or whatever. And I know what our group looks like. We having 100 people show up, you're going to make us all do push-ups and stuff. Half of the people won't even make it past the first 10 minutes, and me included.
I can cater. If you're nice to me, I don't smoke you.
Okay.
So it's only really like if you show up and it's,
okay.
you're trying to make fun or like do something like
And
that.
that's why those 30 guys were doing push-ups.
Right.
Yeah,
you
I
gotta
welcome the
take-
challenge.
You gotta.
Interesting. Well, these are college students, so hopefully they're a little better than the 10-year-olds that you.
And I think it would only be interest based. We can talk more later, but interest based people come if they want to come and learn about it. But we'll see how the podcast does. And if people are interested, I don't know about you, Hannah, but I'd love to see Katie do some flips or something.
Me
Yeah.
too.
I want to do some flips.
Cheers.
I'm ready.
If there was more space in the studio, we could have you guys do it. Okay, let's take a look at
Meme review.
yeah, we're do a meme review. I also just realized I took the oh no.
No.
How did we get past this last time, Derrick?
Signing in. Hey, why don't you
Sweet.
take him to our class and he can learn how to avoid that?
Okay, we're back in business.
Wow,
Hey.
Barstool follows you guys? Awesome.
Yeah, they're Bloomington Parkour. Hannah, what don't you understand?
I mean, I see your Instagram reels, and I don't know if I've ever personally looked at the page myself, so I wasn't aware of the mutuals. But that's awesome.
Okay. And we're back. Thank you for your patience and the technical difficulties. Even though it was like 20 seconds for the viewers, it was like 3 minutes for us or 10. I don't know. Okay, so Hannah was going to ask what? What were you going to ask David?
I was going to ask, what was the start to fame for Bloomington Parkour? What video really blew up?
It was kind of a two-parter. So the first one, actually scroll down, well, you got a 17, but before the 17, right there, the 410,
This one.
That one was the first one to go viral.
Really?
Okay.
Yep. This is the first time we were over 100,000 views, and that just kept going. And then number 2 was the 17 mil.
Okay.
17 million views?
Yeah, and there was even on. I think the TikTok might have got deleted. You guys didn't post it, I don't think, but it was, and it was funny because it was the way that it was cut off. That made it funnier, but I think it got taken down.
Was that intentional? Or was it funny because it was like a 2-part like video, so it got cut off?
Well, you'll see. We'll watch this one in a second, but I'll tell you where they cut it off, and you'll see why it made it funnier. In my opinion, like just scrolling through, like made it more TikTok consumable.
And that's why it has 17 million views. So.
Okay, so we'll watch. You're saying this is this?
Yeah, this first one hit, and then number 2 hit after the iOS TV interview.
Okay, and so what, and just for anyone that's just listening to the audio, what we're looking at is the handle is Bloomington Parkour on Instagram.
We have very clear SEO. We're the only Bloomington Parkour anywhere, so if you Google us, we're the only ones that come up.
There's no, that's great for social media, by the way. Love when you can get stuff like that.
And also, if you are only listening to the audio, go watch the YouTube video. You're missing out on our beautiful faces.
You're missing out on some great content that we're going to watch.
Literally got the domain for $6 a year.
Really?
Because like it's a low competition category.
Oh, for the website.
Oh, that's great.
Okay, so we'll do the website in a second. So we'll check it out. But so what we're looking at now is basically their Instagram reel section, and it's just video after video. We go way far back, and we see some as low as like 2,000 or whatever, but then you really start to see consistently 10K, 11K, 12K, 14K, 20K.
I forgot about you.
And then
hang on, the one where I'm in the red. That was the first one.
Okay, so there we go.
Yeah, 293K.
293K.
So that was the first one to go over
David's
100.
telling us that's where they started popping
everyone
off.
started laughing at me for looking like Vector.
from
Despicable
Me.
He's
in
like-
a direction with
He's
magnitude.
orange. You're wearing red.
Right? I just couldn't.
They could have found something better to.
Android users.
And then it goes up, and as you see, it gets to 17 million views. And when we found you, this was at not when we found you, but when we reached at the point when we reached out to have you on the podcast, I believe this was only at like 12 million or something. And for the viewers, we're talking 17 million views on Instagram Reels. And the numbers are just crazy, even across the board on videos that you guys haven't posted yourselves but are getting reposted by other people on TikTok. Those have millions of views too.
Yeah.
I think the one I saw got taken down because I looked for it this morning.
Why did it get taken down?
I don't
from
know.
TikTok?
I didn't report it for copyright
I was about to say, David,
violation.
did
That's
you?
not a thing that I did.
Okay, so let's watch this. The first one that went viral. It's currently sitting at 100,000 views. So, sound.
You're on.
So we're flowing at IUB.
Just a low effort flow video. Nothing hard. And that's all it did.
And look, it looks like we got The Office meme already making an
Ask
appearance.
about
But
that.
And what some of them? Okay. Oscar Peg 1 is being facetious, I think here.
Yeah.
He says delete this, but it's like fire emojis.
hey, we've got an ad club member. Like,
Hey.
Oh yeah, yeah. I see some of my friends. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
these are popping up because it's my
they're
account.
mutuals.
Yeah.
yeah, this is all. What? This is so cool.
Yeah, I like these. I know all these people. So
Yeah, it's
that's-
reaching.
So, someone said, "On God, influencing my college decisions right now."
This,
Vector off the
I
break.
usually
Okay,
pay you.
David, how do you feel about these comments? I mean, has there ever? I'm sure there's mean ones in here. Some of them are funny or whatever. Do some of them hurt your feelings, or is it just like whatever? You don't take it personally.
Well, I've had 3 opportunities now to really break that down. This one, the next one, the next one. And every time it happens, I always have mixed feelings. Because on one hand, humans have a natural negativity bias. We tend to pay more attention to negative information because that's a survival instinct. So I'm mindful of that when I hear negative comments. Attacking me personally really doesn't hurt me at all. I don't care. I get compared to like Harry Potter at some point. Hilarious. I've seen like comments that
And
are
if
like,
anything, that's a compliment.
Right. I was
I
about to
love
say,
Harry Potter.
people
Yeah.
find Harry Potter very attractive.
Yeah.
I think.
I prefer Giuseppe Stromboli. Anyway, so that meme didn't go over well. Giuseppe Stromboli and the spaghetti bolognese substitute for Harry Potter. If you worry about the ethics of that.
I'm unfamiliar with
Ones
the
are
Harry
now
Potter
called bang
series.
noodles. Anyway, so for me, it's like the only comments that bother me, and this will happen later on, like 2 videos in, is when they start. No, I'm gonna let that go. I'm gonna let that go till we get to that video. But
Okay.
I'll just put it. I'm old enough to remember when people were calling parkour from The Office at us before Reels was a thing, when The Office was airing on television.
Oh, okay.
Like, I was doing parkour in 2012.
Yeah.
Right.
They would lean out the car and just yell, parkour, from the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so was that started by? And the only reason I was looking to, I'm now starting to realize the significance of the Office clip or whatever, the Office segment. I did not realize that when I was making the outline for this. I was just looking up like parkour, like media references, and honestly trying to find some way to tie it into the podcast, and that popped up, and I was like, well, I thought Katie was going to be on the episode today, and she's Office person. I think she likes The Office, so I was just going to have us watch that. But is that when people say like parkour, did that start from The Office?
Yeah, so that scene basically, I think this is when parkour was just coming into this mainstream, because in the show, after this, they had a character come in and explain what parkour was and show some explanation videos. Because, again, in 2012, when the episode aired, it was still a newer thing, so they had to explain parkour to the audience so they would get the joke. And then it was just like these guys coming in, doing what they thought parkour was and yelling parkour.
Yeah.
It's just them like flopping around, not
And that's
really
clearly
having...
like not
Right.
parkour.
They obviously don't have the skill or understanding to actually pull it off.
Right.
And
And
that's
they
kind of
just
the
yell
joke. They just
parkour.
thought it was cool, so they
Yeah.
just did whatever and yelled parkour like it was
Some of the
parkour.
comments are, thank you for the explanation, Derek, because that's very insightful. Some of the comments I feel like are in it that there's definitely some that are like target or just kind of like making fun of you guys, but some of these I feel like people are enjoying the content. Like this one says like type stuff I'm on downtown after a couple drinks.
Like, this is
that
me,
one.
like me after attending my first house party, walking
Walking
back to Reed.
Reed dorms. I feel like
Because
it's
Reed is right there. I'm
dude was
parkouring.
absolutely on.
I was.
Influencing my vector off the perk. Okay, that one is a little bit targeted towards, I guess, your outfit. I don't know, just
Yeah.
because you have a
Yeah.
matching
It
outfit.
was alumni day. Or some kind,
Oh,
kind of IU, IU kind of thing. And so I decided to wear all white and red.
Yeah. I think anyone who's going to make fun of you is honestly insecure because they couldn't get out there and do it themselves. And it's just.
Right.
That's all it is.
You can't do that on a couple of drinks, trust me. I sang the biz like 4 times one night. I could not move straight.
Now that's an event right there. Like, happy
me
hour
to
parkour or something
Use the
like
arrow and go up to a next video, or
that. Yeah, we can stop. I could look in
if
Instagram
you
comments all
wanna
day.
keep them.
Okay, and I'm just gonna like click on just.
Hey, it's Andy.
Okay, so we've got Andy here.
Yeah, he's a pretty cool guy. Music teacher by
Ooh,
trade.
really?
Yeah.
Music teacher during the day and
Like, that was crazy. The flip, I could never just imagine making my body just. I'm gonna learn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be parkour, but
No, I like this move upcoming. That one right there. That's fine.
Ooh,
Palms
that
down.
is kind of smooth. It's almost like his leg goes through his arm or
Yeah,
something. It's all
yeah.
too quick.
Yeah. No, it's fantastic. Light little flow moves there. Let's see.
Boom.
So what are
Okay.
like flow moves? Can you explain?
So these are just little moves that you connect together, not big stuff. So it's more like in jazz when it's kind of a rhythm. You don't want all to be just like the high spots. You want to be bang, ba bang, 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 bang,
Yeah.
ba bang, 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 bang.
Like he's just kind of, from my interpretation of flow moves, just kind of like a little bit of swag, just like stunting on him, basically.
Yeah.
Like just a little. You know, you're not showing out or anything.
But if you want to show out,
Holy
like,
moly,
right-
that dude's frozen in the air.
that's
I love the choice of thumbnails for the. I don't know if it's
Okay,
random,
that's a question.
but-
No, I
Do
pick
you?
them. I pick them.
You
Okay,
pick
good.
the thumbnails.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just going to ask, so I know they have that feature on Instagram. You can pick it or it just does it for you.
If it's inverted, if it's funny, if it looks like someone's about to eat grass,
Yeah.
then that's what I go with.
Okay, so
Smart,
and that
smart.
kind of explains the views. You know, you're not catering towards. You're not trying to be like social media superstars, but like you're also not gonna. You know, if there's a good thumbnail,
You're playing into it
Yeah.
for sure.
we're on to you, David. Okay.
Giving away the game. And that's Tuck, also pretty good filmmaker in his own right. That's just a scary precision to get. And then bang, and he hits the front.
Wow.
Ooh. Oh, now he's going even farther.
Have you had any accidents?
Parkour is a pretty low injury sport, all things considered. You don't have to worry about contact or wheels getting in the way.
Yeah.
We're actually around, national average is 3 injuries per athlete per 1,000 hours of training. So around the same as like lacrosse, basically. Usually sprains, not a lot of breaks.
Yeah.
I've had a break, apparently.
Wow.
I say apparently. They told me about it like years later, like, yeah, you broke that. It
Oh.
healed. Oh,
Did it heal properly? I'm assuming
yeah.
not. Oh,
It did.
okay.
Okay.
Now, this you said this guy's name is Andy.
yeah.
Is the shirt being off? Is that personal preference usually, or does it have like any benefit in terms of like aerodynamics or something like that?
38 weeks ago, I think this might have been like summer.
Yeah, this
was
says
hot.
posted
In
May.
May.
So
was
May in
getting
Bloomington's
hot.
pretty sweaty out.
And you're
Oh,
constantly
okay, so he's
running
just-
around, moving, and
Right. I was just wondering, you
yeah,
know,
for
grass
viewership
stains.
or if what it was.
right? Yeah, if that is that part of the social media technique
I
of
think it probably
Andy, take your
plays.
shirt
I
off,
think
yeah.
it plays into the views for sure.
okay, and we got like a little A/B testing. Like this one's got his shirt on, but he's upside down. But this one he's standing straight up, but he's got his shirt off. And
Exactly.
shirt
Looking
off
like
is
a-
67,000 views. Shirt on is 24.
Looks
So
like
now
a
try
trip
one
to-
with him flipping and his shirt off. That
So-
Yep,
was-
that would.
Do you have a TikTok as well?
We don't.
Okay, so are you earning revenue from any of these views?
We turned on gifts, but no. The revenue is ultimately unimportant to me.
Yeah, no, I.
Right.
Yeah.
The attention is what I crave. Well, the haters are what I crave. We'll get
Yeah.
into that in video number
Okay.
2.
I could watch these. Can I just keep click? I could watch these all day.
I don't mind.
So I'm just gonna click on whichever one. Saturday.
Is this flowing?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So this one was David was starring in.
Have you ever gotten in trouble with like IUPD or anything?
Exactly once we were asked on Franklin Hall, actually, not to climb the side of the building. And we have that was a few years
Were
ago.
they nice about it?
Yep.
Okay.
That's good.
That's
Okay,
good.
sweet.
Just no climbing Franklin Hall.
IUPD's kind of like chill or whatever. They're just like don't.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're a leave no trace organ, so we
Right.
Yeah.
we clean
Yeah.
up after we're done. We're very unlikely to damage any of the concrete. It's more likely to damage us.
Right. I was about to say this like limestone and stuff. That's what you said. No contact sport. I was kind of like I don't
No
know. I
contact
feel like
with
I'd
each
be
other.
making some contact with the ground. And she got like a nice. Tyler says looks nice down there. Would love to come flip kicks and rip concrete with you fellas.
And he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Okay. So which one do you suggest this one next?
Yeah,
Dave?
that one's the next
Okay.
viral.
So this is the next viral one, currently sitting at 410, 100,000 views.
Wow.
It's McNutt.
And it's that
Menace.
the famous, infamous McNutt. I remember I
Same
used to
shirt.
live in Walnut Grove. Oh, you're wearing the same shirt. That thing's worth money. You can sign that.
410 views.
410 views. Okay, so let's. Maybe we should listen to audio.
Beep. Bleep. Shoop, blip. I was tired. Bleep. That shirt is like 90% sweat at that point. You can
Right.
see. It looks a lot darker.
You got the little.
That is crazy, the jump.
Yep.
Yeah, and
Hannah, you said
I'm
you
a
can't
tall
make that jump?
dude. Are you
I
crazy?
think I'm gonna smack right into the wall.
I'm a tall dude. I used to take these stairs every single day. First of all, I've tripped falling on them, walking up them like probably 50 times. And that, just for reference, me standing on like that, part where the stairs turn, that David just scales the wall right there. I can't see over that.
Yeah.
So that's at least like over 6 feet tall.
Imagine you could see me doing that.
Yeah.
You would love to see me try and fail.
And so the comment section is a little interesting on this one. And
sucks.
I'm sensing some Purdue people got a hold of this one,
We
but
target game days. Sometimes for upload, we target game days and we use IU hashtags during games.
wow, that's genius.
See, this is where the advertising comes in.
Yeah, I knew that there had to be something more to this, and that's true. Bloomington, Indiana, IUB, and people from Purdue are looking to share, like, look at IU, or like people will share. And the standards are so low because they're just trying to find something, and you're like, I don't care, like just make fun of us or whatever, but give us it gets us traction.
Yeah, boiler cope is money.
Yeah.
But I will say, like, the thing, if you're using this on mobile, and this isn't obvious if you're looking at it on desktop, if you're leaving a comment on a reel, guess what? The video keeps playing in the background.
Oh.
So the longer you spend leaving comments and interacting with comments, that's racking up views.
You want
and
the haters to hate.
Yeah.
Let the haters
Look
hate.
at this, guys. Oh my god.
You guys are like, write your best hater comment in the comments below, and people are sitting there thinking like,
They're
trying to
watching
be
over,
funny.
just thinking, I was like, okay.
Yeah,
Let me
like-
look at all the details in the video, see if there's anything in the background I can make fun of.
Because people do this funny, like, what major is this? No one's
And how are you damaging public property?
Right,
I
Where's
wanted to
the
get to
damage?
That thread went off. That's 43. What is that? 43 replies?
40.
40
replies.
Damage. It says, let's just
Right said Fred.
Wait, let me see.
Yaki Des,
Let me see.
0 followers, by the way. What? See what? Hold on.
Ratio.
0 followers. Oh crap! Now we got to go back to the.
Alex.
It's this one. Yaki Des says damaging public property. Nice video of it posted on the internet. Even better. Someone said, "You gonna cry?" Okay.
Literally, it's nothing about.
Did you even see how badly those bars were shaking, or that? What are you talking about?
Shaking?
This is
Hold on, wait. Let me see.
all of this is new construction, by the way. Like, all of this was just remodeled.
Yeah.
Bruh said damaging the concrete.
Yeah. We love
Okay, so this is just like stupid internet
Yeah.
stuff. Tell
We
me
love
you
the
know
new
nothing about
architecture.
concrete without telling me you know. Okay, David, if this is damaging the concrete, I've seen literally hundreds of people walk through here every single day. I don't see an issue with what you're doing. I think throwing a piece of gum on the floor is more damaging than this.
Yeah, we can pick that
The
up.
only thing I could like be annoyed about, but it hasn't happened, is if like I'm trying to walk up the stairs and all of
Yeah.
a sudden
Right,
you
yeah.
fly out of
He kicks me in the
nowhere.
face.
David, I might be a little angry if you were doing this when I was walking by, but you're always done.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It seems you're very respectful of like people's space.
That's
so.
one of the things about an organization is accountability. We can
Yeah.
train people specifically to like not go if they haven't checked an area yet, or to be polite. If it was just go out there, do parkour, whatever, there you might get people who aren't that considerate. But because it's a group, we can all kind of police each other a little bit, and we can set that norm that no, you don't do that.
No.
Yeah, and how do you find? Is it just by chance, or what would you say is the best time to like go out and do this stuff? Because when it's not too busy, you can take a call if you need
Sorry,
to take.
I do not need
Okay.
to take a call right now. We usually do a Discord poll, see when everyone's available.
Oh, okay, so that's for the members. I was asking because right now, like I said, I lived in this area for a while, and that there is certain times where it's like busy, and even this comment says wrong parkour spot. You should be doing this at Valentine in the middle of the day. Which if you go to IU, that's like jam packed.
Yeah.
Thousands of people.
Oh, those stairs will get your legs yoked.
Yeah. Is it
Valentine.
so? It's just common sense, kind of like let's not go at like
Pretty much.
12.
Yeah, if we show up and there's a lot of people for some reason, we'll see if we can work around it, and if we can't, we'll move to a new spot. There's always someplace dead on campus.
Right.
Do you
Loading
guys
docks in particular.
Yeah.
I
Are you
wanna
guys
see the
mainly on
17
campus, or
million
you?
one.
Yeah.
Mainly on campus, sometimes in town. That was one of the shortcomings of IU parkour, is that there was very little town engagement. They
Right.
weren't interested. We're kind of straddling that line between town and student.
Okay.
Okay. So should we? I say we watch the interview one we have on YouTube. So I guess we'll watch the 17 million view
I'm so
one.
excited to see.
I know. I'm so excited for this. 17 million views.
Crazy.
It's absolutely insane.
Bloomington Parkour, 17 million views.
I wanna see a quadruple
358.
backflip.
Let's see
likes.
what happens. It's called Luna. Oh, Luna's Run.
Yeah, Luna goes first.
Let's see. Oh wow.
Yeah, she has hops when she goes far.
Oh. Okay.
See, I love how they just laugh it off too. It's
Yeah.
just,
Then here goes David.
I could have cleaned this up, but it was like,
Well, we're also, you're your own biggest critic.
yeah. Wow.
oh, here we go. Paolo. He's like a foot shorter than
Holy
me, so those
moly.
hops were gonna
Oh yeah, I feel like it makes it somehow. I don't know. He doesn't have. It just goes.
Yeah. So yeah, we got a postdoc, we got a Townie alum, and we got a Luddy school. Yeah, Luna's in Luddy. So we're kind of a coalition of just Bloomingtonians. There were even a couple of high school kids that day, but they're not on camera because, no.
Okay, so it's obvious to me why this one went viral, but I have questions about it.
Sure.
I think the Luna's slipping on the leaves is kind of like a shock value or whatever, and it does. I feel like that's why it went popular, because it's like people can share it around. Not to mention it's on IU's campus, and whatever. Was the choice to put that video first on purpose, or was that just by chance? This clip on first.
Yeah.
Or was that kind of why does this video show first versus your clip?
I think I felt like I was really mid that day, so I put myself in the middle.
Okay.
Luna's slip was, I think, a good hook. I review all these videos before I post them in the group
Right.
Discord, because if you're in the video, then you should have some authority as to how you're presented in the content. Let me just turn off my alarm there. I'm very sorry about that.
But no, David's very
My
busy.
phone
He's
went
got
off.
getting business calls here. He's got 2 more interviews after this. I'm telling you, he's got Good Morning
Well,
America's on the line.
So I figured get him in with a good kind of funny hook of the slip. Not Luna's jumping. Her jumping's great.
Yeah.
But no, have that kind of funny moment at first. I did not expect anyone to watch this, to be honest. Every time I've gone viral, it's been because of low effort content. I like the first video I uploaded because it's IU, kind of Pride Day or whatever. Show up in a video where I'm wearing red and white. Good enough. I'll shoot a better one later. Or just did some stuff at McNutt today. No one's gonna watch that, so I'll just put that up to keep the stream going.
Right. Consistency.
This was kind of an attempt at getting more people involved in the videos. No intentionality here to go viral, but that's what we got.
Yeah, it always seems to be that way, that you go viral when you least expect it.
Exactly. And you're not trying to.
And so
much.
this is the clip that was going viral on TikTok as well, and it was cut right as soon as Luna fell.
That was it. That was the
It
TikTok
was cut.
video.
There was none of the rest of this. It was just from the beginning to when Luna fell.
Do you remember how many views the TikTok one had?
It
Before
was at least 1 million.
Okay.
1 million views, not likes.
Okay, yeah.
And my goal was to go back and revisit it. I had it saved to go back and revisit it when we did the podcast to see how many it had then. But I don't save that many videos, and there was one that was obviously deleted, so or removed.
Yeah, we had a TikTok for a bit. It's just not a great platform altogether. It's a bit too chaotic. It's a bit too random. I don't like the environment on there. It's incredibly toxic. I mean, the comments on Reels, as it is, they can already get
Yeah.
pretty bad. And that's what I was going to circle back to. I don't mind the haters. They give me views. They give me strength. Just hate me. Don't bring that on to people that I bring on. Because, like, my parkour family is my family. I've literally patched some of these people up before after a scrape. We share meals together sometimes. We hang out. We're there for each other when there's been, like, a breakup. Like, this is my real family. In a way.
That's
Don't
so sweet.
go after them. Don't go after Luna either. Especially, you know.
Well, I hope the comments haven't brought her down, or I hope she's still
doing good.
participating.
She's
because
doing good.
Yeah, and I
Lori's
mean,
been busy, you know.
she was laughing at herself even in the video afterwards. I don't think I don't see any like comments directed towards her.
The Jar Jar Binks memes are.
Oh, see, I wouldn't even get that. Like,
I wouldn't even
scrolling
got
through,
it. I was
don't
like, why
even.
is Jar Jar Binks? I was literally thinking of that. I was like, why is he up there?
I don't even.
it's not even funny.
Yeah, we don't need to look through all these, but
We don't.
That's so true, and people don't think about that. It is a community. Like, you have a community put together, and these are people that you care about, obviously, and want the best for, and you're there, you share meals and all this different stuff, and you just so happen, like, this is your guys' shared interest. It's the same thing as Ad Club. It's just what, or any club on campus, is what brings people together. And so, yeah, I totally understand, like,
Oh, sure.
hate, not wanting to see any comments directed towards, anyone else other than yourself. It's one thing if you can take it or whatever, and if you realize that there's going to be a target, it might as well be you.
Right.
But, your members and people a part of the organization are innocent in the sense.
Sure.
I don't know how people could see, like, for this video, I feel like I don't write comments and stuff like that. Also, this is from November of 2023, so it's been around for a while, but I can't imagine writing any comment on this other than, like, tagging someone that I want to see it because it's funny or interesting or whatever, or it's, like, on IU's campus. I think a lot of these comments are probably coming from just random people who are not even realizing that it's IU or anything like that.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of it comes down to category matching. And that was one thing I did want to discuss when it came to, like, sports content in particular is category. So, like, parkour is not a category. The thing you do isn't your category. It's who are you doing it for and why. That's category. So sports often has this problem. Sports by itself is not one category because there's different kinds of videos. So on one hand, you have the general public category over here, and you'll see this pattern repeat in skateboarding. You'll see it in any kind of extreme sport, where, like, you'll have the ultra viral clips of the very high skill, high difficulty move. So impossible, like 900, or guy, does this amazing dyno at a climbing meet. That's public facing because it's obvious to any member of the public why that would be interesting. There you get your millions, you get your content theft, you get your Red Bull sponsorships right there. Next level down is athletes. So people who follow the sport. You know how your favorite director has a favorite director and you've never heard of them? That's how that works. Your favorite skater that you see viral clips of on Reels or TikTok has a favorite skater that you've never heard of. And so that's where you put the content where it's not as immediately obvious why this would be cool to watch. But if you're deep into whatever game you're playing, then that's who you go to. So, like, a parkour person knows who Ryan Ford is. He's been a part of the community since 2004. He's not doing stuff that it's going to, like, Red Bull kind of mindset for people. But he's the guy if you understand what technique you're looking at. And then finally, category 3 is just the weird fluke fail videos. So, like,
Right.
And that's so there's two general audience pots, and then there's a very niche pot. We're over here, we're kind of straddling this line between these two pots where we're obviously not doing high level stuff. We're catering more towards people who would be interested in parkour. That was our intention. And we've attracted this large audience in the general sphere that is mostly just kind of looking for a good time. We don't mind that. In our case, it really is kind of kind of a mass numbers strategy. If we can get 10 million people to watch us for some reason, and 10 or even 1% of them come along with us, 10% of them come along with us, that's 1 million people. Forget the percentages. Once you're raking in high enough numbers, percentages don't matter. It's raw numbers. 100 million people, 90% of them hate you. 10% of this 100 million people love you. You have 10 million people now that love you.
Right.
Forget the percentage. You have 10 million friends. What can you do with that? What can you do with 100 madmen?
That's so true.
That's great.
That's
How did you
genius.
discover
Media
this?
school
How
alone.
did you discover
Right.
this?
The
need
media
to
school is
know.
obviously showing through, but
Yeah.
yeah, how does this come to?
Well, it's the 100 madmen principle. It's a thing that I invented myself. There's 330 million people in America right now. If you can just get like a percentage of them to be completely mad for you, what can you do? What can you do with 100 madmen if you got them all in one room and had them following your orders?
That's kind of scary.
Hence, this is where the frat guys come in.
Right? That's
You
the
know,
beginning.
I'm glad you say that because I used to do a similar thing. In 2014-ish, there was the iPhone 4 came out. And of course, at that time, there was no slow-mo video built into the iPhone. There was no slow-mo feature. You had to have app. It was meant for basketball, for you to set up your phone and record it or whatever, and the app would turn it into slow-mo, and then you could analyze your shot.
Yeah.
Well, that's not what all the middle schoolers and stuff used it for. We would just make dope slow-mo videos or whatever.
Yep.
And so I was the only one with iPhone at the playground or whatever. And so what I would do is just go. I had a group of buddies, and I wasn't I was chubby. I was not very athletically abled. I was always super tall and stuff like that. So I was already kind of outgrown the playground equipment to begin with. But where I got my kicks was having my posse basically do tricks
You would film them.
for me, and I would film them secretly because I didn't want, there was the teachers would watch or whatever. And then I'd put them into the app or whatever, go home or whatever, and we'd message each other on Kick. I don't know if you guys remember
Yeah.
Kick was
Kick.
there
Yeah.
back then?
Oh, yeah, this was
Really?
prime Kick era.
Oh, I didn't know.
And
I thought
then,
it was just a new thing.
it's
for...
dude, check out, Sebastian's cool trick he did off the monkey bars. Anyways, I did kind of become a ringleader to where it was the point of now half the boys in the 5th grade want to, get highlighted in the group chat. And it's well, if you want to get, if you want your video, everyone can do a flip off the monkey bars or whatever. How about you jump off the swings or, and eventually it got to the point one dude broke his arm off.
And you recorded it.
I would say his name was Kyle. His last name started with the C. I didn't record it. I think he was just practicing or something to
And he
get.
broke his arm.
It was a group of guys, and they were doing the thing where you swing real high back and forth, and then you flip off and you land or whatever on your feet. That's a common trick or whatever. I wouldn't even call that parkour. That's just flipping off the swings. But whatever. We didn't put a label on it back then, but I remember the sound that he made when he was hit the ground. It was just
awful.
just muffled, face in the wood
That's
chips,
awful.
And little
Just
kids crying is the worst.
Yeah, this was pure agony. I felt bad for him.
Yeah.
I signed his cast and stuff. Sorry to
You were an enabler. You made him do it.
maybe
I
a
wasn't
promoter.
making him do anything.
I didn't make exactly. I was liability free. You're free to do whatever you want. I wasn't doing tricks. I didn't.
I guess that's the thing about being the ringleader is does the
Having to
liability
pass.
fall on you?
Absolutely.
Your
It's-
posses
Right.
and your liabilities.
it's why
So would
Bloomington-
you say you're
sorry.
the face of Bloomington
Yeah.
Parkour? Yeah.
No, I'm the face of Bloomington Parkour because I'm sort of willing to do it. There's a lot more of Bloomington Parkour that you don't see in the reels out of respect for privacy.
Yeah.
Right.
They're on their own personal movement journeys that I'm enabling.
Yeah.
And that's how I consider myself as an enabler. I'm not.
Like Alex.
I'm not reaping. I'm not reaping
Not in a
anything
negative
from
sense.
this. I'm sowing all the time, but I'm not reaping anything from Bloomington Parkour. I lose money on Bloomington Parkour, as a matter
Right.
of fact. My goal here, because we're a nonprofit, we're a hyper-local, community-based nonprofit. My goal here is to get as many people moving as possible, and I'm willing to gather and expend resources to make that happen.
Appetite.
I can go in the hole.
Right.
I
yeah.
can go in the hole, and I won't take anyone down there with me that doesn't want to go there of their own free will. But as long as Bloomington Parkour and the broader concept of lifelong holistic movement for health and for fun and for sort of bringing the joy out in your own spirit as you continue with your life going forward, that's all I really care about. I'm the vessel for that.
Yeah.
Okay, that was an awesome little speech right there.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's a great response to the question of like,
Yeah,
are you the
yeah.
face of it? And you're like, I'm more than the face.
More than the face.
It's not about that. Explains the social media stuff and why it's not. It doesn't really matter. Sure, it's great or whatever. But at the end of the day, all that matters is helping you on your personal journey, your goal of helping others and keeping people moving and stuff like
And
that.
that's the best part, I think, sometimes about going viral is because you can tell that, like, you're doing, you went viral because you're doing what you love, and, like, it wasn't necessarily on purpose. I know that you play into a little bit by, like, posting on game
Right,
days,
yeah.
but it's going viral truly just because you're doing what you love, and that's cool that you get to have the both of them.
Right.
Oh, yeah, well, if you want to take it from the viral world to the meat space world, we actually have a few events on campus that are coming up soon.
Wow.
Okay.
We're going to have Spring Jump Off. It's our sort of introductory beginner workshop on campus. It's going to be 1 o'clock later in March. There's going to be an announcement on the website, bloomingtonparkour.com. You'll see flyers everywhere, of course. They'll be inescapable.
Of course.
We're also going to be at First Thursday, the first Thursday of this year. We are.
Yes, I love First Thursdays.
Yay.
What
Bloomington
a good place
Parkour.
to be, too. Are you guys going to do, like, tricks there?
Well, we're going to bring some of our pop-up equipment that we've been building and do a little bit of wood engineering myself on the side. So I have some nice little beginner vaults that we can all try together.
And the first
Okay.
Thursday you said is in March?
I don't know if that one's in March or not. I think that might be in April.
Okay.
We'll have to check on the website.
IU usually promotes First Thursdays.
You'll find us.
For those of
Yeah.
you who don't know, First Thursdays is the thing where on the first Thursday of the month, so vendors come. Most of them, if not all of them, are students, I believe, and like they have, like if they have their own shops or selling anything, then they can come and promote that. A lot of them have art that they sell.
Live music.
Food
Food trucks. Coca-Cola slushies.
Giant Kurt
Kona
Vonnegut puppet
eyes.
one time.
Oh, that was,
what?
That was for Grand Falloon, wasn't it, though?
I think last year I volunteered at a First Thursday event, and I looked behind me, and there's a giant Kurt Vonnegut
Right.
puppet that they've made
Oh.
Did you buy
to
it?
celebrate because he's from Bloomington.
Yes.
I didn't know he was from Bloomington. I knew he was from Indiana.
Yeah, Bloomington.
Is he IU alum?
Sometimes they pop out with like some llamas or something like that. That's always fun.
I have not seen the
They'll
llamas.
get animals.
Llamas?
Yeah, there was a few or alpacas, whatever they were.
They were
They're
something.
llamas.
You saw them too?
No.
Like a miniature donkey or something. They've got it all, and now they're gonna have Bloomington Parkour.
They've got
Catapulting
it all
the show
now.
Walter
They've got
Fountain or
They've got it all
something.
now.
Certainly.
Everyone coming First Thursdays.
I don't want to run out of time, and I want to get to the IU STV interview. So let's watch this, which you guys, IUSTV posted a clip, but you guys posted like the full episode or the full segment.
We got permission.
Oh, okay. I was wondering why would they not want to do it? Only one. There's a long comment on there, but
He's yapping.
yeah. Love this thumbnail, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, so iOS TV came and filmed? Like did they
Yeah.
reach out to you
They,
or
they reached out to us. We
Awesome.
had done an interview previously on IU television with Callie and Lucy on.
I thought this
their
was the
program.
same.
Oh,
Same
no,
because I
no.
saw that too. I
Yeah.
thought it was the same thing of but the one in the studio right here was different from this.
Yep.
And I thought we were gonna be the first ones to get you. To be honest.
No, you're third in line behind Emma Herway, which, by the way, shout out Emma. You're a fantastic cinematographer. Wish you well.
Okay. Shout out to Emma.
Shout out to Emma
Am
Herway.
I hitting play?
I can hit play. Yeah, so I mean, I'm sure we won't be the last, but we're glad to have you now. Let's react to this.
Jumping, flipping, rail walking. 3 aspects of a sport called parkour, which originated in France.
Well, in French, they called it l'art du déplacement, which in my terrible accent just means the art of movement.
During the pandemic, Frew was looking for a way to get some exercise outdoors. He decided to use all the free time he had to start a parkour group in Bloomington.
I started to reconsider what really mattered to me.
What mattered to him was teaching parkour fundamentals and conditioning, all while emphasizing accessibility, fun, and community.
So that first year of parkour training, it's about finding your movement, but it's also about getting your body physically ready to do things that we don't normally get to do anymore.
Some people might not understand the appeal of parkour, but just walking to get from one place to another place can be boring and not get your heart rate up. With parkour, you can get from one place to another place just by jumping, flipping, or using your surroundings. It's a lot more fun and a lot cooler way to get around campus.
Yeah, it's easy.
Parkour, while supposed to be exhilarating, is also a way to get active, and people can try it no matter their ability level. Frew himself is diabetic.
I'm insulin dependent, so for me, my accommodation for parkour is having to take breaks. It's having to look at my glucose and check my blood sugar.
Member Brady Adams has been training in parkour for 6 years.
That was good.
And I remember I made my dad get me a trampoline because I wanted to start doing flips, and I remember I did my first front flip and I was like, holy crap, this is awesome.
Adams was recruited by Bloomington Parkour when he announced he would be attending IU. Through ups and downs,
You good?
BPK is a group for all.
Okay, I'm liking this. Yeah, that was a fun interview.
Yeah, that was, first of all, shout out to IUS TV. They do a fantastic job, and it always I forget that I am not watching. I shouldn't even say that I'm not watching the real news because they are real news, but that I'm not. You would think that it's like some huge company or something, but they really do.
That was a
good
one-person
job.
shoot. Can you believe that? A one-person
Yeah.
shoot. That's amazing.
Did Emma do the shooting?
Yeah.
Too? Yeah, so that's crazy because what would normally take at least like 2 or 3 people, I mean, she did all by herself.
I know that girl. She's an RA. I've seen her around.
Oh.
So she does. I don't know how she has all that time to do this.
She's got time for Bloomington Parkour.
I cringed a little bit because my French pronunciation. When I did that, I was single. Now I'm in a very committed relationship with a gal who speaks 4 languages other than English, and one of them is French, and I feel like an absolute clown.
Well, you didn't know at the time. Now, does your significant other does she do parkour or anything like that?
Yeah, that's actually how we met.
Really?
Wow.
Always
That is-
follow your passions, everyone. Follow your passions,
That's
people.
so sweet.
That's a love story right
adorable.
there. Met doing parkour. I need to blow my nose for a second. So
He's like crying from how sweet it is. Oh, Alex.
That's adorable.
I just really wish I could find someone like.
Go to parkour.
That-
Go to enjoy Bloomington Parkour.
Yeah, but it's not a natural interest. I've got to. I mean, I'm interested in learning about it, but I'm not. For David, it's like he is the parkour guy, and he met his parkour woman there.
Parkour woman.
Um,
You have to do parkour.
well,
to get
congrats on that, and I'd love to see what that wedding. I mean,
I know.
hopefully everything works out,
yes,
whatever.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have to do parkour to get into the venue.
Awesome.
And even the proposal. I mean, you could do a flip and pow,
Yeah.
like that. Like,
I mean, you can scale a building and literally like scream from the
Yeah.
rooftop. I
Yeah.
mean,
there's a million different things you could do.
We're doing partner acrobatics together right now, like learning acro yoga. So that might, just blip, 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 surprise, ring.
Yeah.
Possibilities are endless.
yes.
I don't know. I just thought this was super cool. Also, you talked about having diabetes or something like that. That's
I'm like a more handsome Nick Jonas.
right. Yeah. Yeah.
Alex.
The most
What, this won't be on
cap you could have.
This one won't be on screen. I'm just looking for the part. But yeah, I mean that's cool or whatever.
Yeah, you didn't mention that.
Yeah, you
We
didn't
saw
mention that you're the Ozempic plug here.
Ozempic.
Is that diabetes?
Yeah,
Yeah, well, type 2s maybe or something.
Alex.
I got,
you have type
I got this insulin.
Oh,
pump on my
wow.
body.
Oh.
Yeah,
Wait, which
like,
one do
so
you have
how does
to?
that
Is
work
it type
with the
1 or type
flipping?
2?
with parkour.
It can withstand a lot of being shaken around. If you've noticed the videos, I'm not much of a flip guy outside. Mostly an A to B, up and down kind of
Right.
guy.
I say flipping, and that's like almost, I don't mean it in a derogatory
It
way,
holds-
but I just
it
mean
holds up on
parkour.
flips, yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, my mom's diabetic, and she had a thing that connected to her phone. It was like wireless or whatever.
Right, the
And it was
Libre.
funny because she'd eat like a piece of cheesecake or something and be like, bah, 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 like going off. Anyways.
I
They
thought you were
can
about
get
to say that your
inconvenient.
mom was diabetic and did parkour too.
Right.
It's a small world.
Whoa.
Did she find
She's not
did
into
she
it
find your
yet.
dad doing parkour?
Yeah,
Parkour?
I think we'll skip over The Office because I don't have to worry about the copyright claim or whatever. But people can go see look it up
I've
yourself.
seen it. Are you showing for Peacock?
Now this
Oh, this guy.
this popped up into my memory when I was thinking about this, doing this episode, and I couldn't remember his name, but I used to watch this. It's like Old G Cricket or something like that.
Oleg.
Oleg. He hasn't posted in like 6 years.
Eastern European, right?
But I don't even know. I just remember he does like all these crazy
Is that real?
parkour videos. Just wait. Just wait. Oh my gosh, we gotta sign in to confirm our age. That's how graphic this.
Oh,
there
thanks,
we go.
Copa.
Okay. I think we'll just skip
yeah,
out on the
that's-
music.
High level.
OMG.
I'm sick. I'm sick.
High level.
Hannah, you can't do that. What are you talking about?
Physically, I can do this. Mentally, I cannot.
And so is this considered parkour, right?
Yes.
Wait, no. Oh no. That one got me.
Grip on that.
That one got me.
One hand. Why? Like, I respect it. I can't do it, but
How do you get down from that? How do you get down from there? Oh.
I'm actually sick.
yeah. You're not going to be doing this at a BPK workout.
Okay, I'm sorry. I think this is so stupid. Like, the safety, like, why is he not wearing, like, I don't know. I guess a helmet is not going to prevent anything.
Why is he not wearing a seatbelt?
I'm just so scared for him. Like, it's making me angry. Like, but it's awesome in a sense as
that's-
well.
That's like David off of Wells Library. No, I'm just kidding. So he's all
You said he hasn't
spider
posted
in
8
Dubai.
years?
8 years.
6, I think.
I
He
just
was-
did not.
Have we
He was like trying to do a lifestyle or whatever. But
but no, have we checked in on him? Is he
I mean, yeah, 6
his
years.
video,
Where is he?
his latest one says
Instagram.
alive.
Oh.
He's
6
alive.
years ago, Alex?
Oh, well, he might have
His
a new
Insta-
channel
his
because it says
Instagram's-
lifestyle.
Yeah.
His Instagram's active. It's like I checked on it. It's like a whole bunch of models and like clothing. So I don't know what
yeah,
he's up to
maybe.
now, but
Because I saw something recently that was this, but like the person had like unfortunately,
so this is
And
his,
then,
Wait,
like,
from
this-
parkouring?
yeah, and the fans because he did stuff like this, and the fans were like he just went dark on social media, and the fans were like, okay, what happened? What is
Yeah.
oh, like he like died.
And
or
it took like
something
a couple
that.
weeks for them to.
Find out. That's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
So I was like, I didn't know if it was the same
Does that
situation.
say 43 million or 4.3?
4.3.
4.3.
Okay, so this is his most famous video
Oh, this one, yeah.
back in whenever 8 years ago was.
Yeah. Of course, I'm used to seeing this with like Subway Surfer in the corner and then a
Right, yeah, on
shopping
TikTok.
video in the other corner.
A Family
Brain
Guy
rot.
clip. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. That's why I don't use TikTok.
That's
And they do
crazy.
BMX stuff. Okay, let's watch
Wait,
like
look up
one more. I
look
wanted
up
to see the spider one.
skyscraper climbers.
That's basically what I want to watch this one, the spider in Dubai. So he goes like all around the world and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Don't tell me he's going to do what I think he's going
from.
to do. Don't tell me he's going to do what I think he's going to do. Hannah, that's simple. You can't do that.
I know.
Oh my god! I know. Imagine, and so windy up there.
I just want to know, how do you overcome that fear? Like, how is he able? Like, what is his mindset? I guess he's just not afraid. He's just
I
not
mean,
afraid.
I guess they just practiced enough that they trust themselves.
Yep.
Yeah, but how do you
But
overcome that fear?
They practice the technique, I think, but these are all like they're not supposed to be up there, so they're broken into, and it's usually they're only able to get up there like once.
Yeah.
Yeah. But with this high of a level, it's like you have a high skill level in the first place, and then you just have a different mindset from the rest of humanity at that point. Because this is like,
That's
cutting
crazy.
edge. Bleeding
That actually
edge.
made my stomach
That's
hurt.
the
Maybe I
bleeding
have.
edge of
I've never
parkour.
thought I've been afraid of heights, but after watching that, I think
Yeah.
I might have a
You need to
new.
go up there and
Yeah.
actually check
I had those shoes.
to know.
Yeah.
Like, I literally had those same shoes, though. They are not very grippy. So,
Well,
David, do you have any intention of ever taking it a step farther? I'm not saying you're gonna, go jump around on the Burj Khalifa, but do you have interest in taking your personal like risk or coolness factor or whatever it is up to the next level and whatever that would be, or you just by the clock and like stairs and stuff like that?
well, I'm 31 now. I have a few injuries. I got pretty bad ankle impingement on the right side where like it healed and there's like spurs now. So it only hurts sometimes. In terms of like taking it farther than you've seen on the channel, I do that. I do take it farther than you see on the channel. I just don't think about recording clips when I'm doing parkour because it's like they don't care about me at my best. The viral audience, I mean.
Right.
So why should I take time out of my schedule
yeah.
to record the thing that I'm doing for me, for them?
That's true.
You mentioned that your channel was going to take a little bit of redirection, and what do you have in mind for that?
Yeah.
So you'll notice we haven't posted too much in a while. Right now we're pivoting. We're going away from Reels will still be a part of it. We're going back to vlogs because we care more about the community engagement of people who joined BPK. We actually noticed that a lot of them watch the vlogs first, and the vlogs are super low view, but it managed to reach out to the kind of people we'd want in the core membership. So we're pivoting to vlogs, pivoting to meet space. Like real life is very important. So you may not see as many reels of us, but you will find us as an annoyingly constant presence at every Bloomington event and free advertising venue you can possibly imagine, like this one. We're just going to be everywhere.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, I mean, we're happy to have you here and advertise you because I feel like this was such a value. There's so much. There's so many people that have like known about you from that one reel or whatever, and I feel like you haven't had like a current interview since or whatever. So hey, we're the first in that aspect.
Yeah.
We're the first to have you since
This is
your
the deep dive.
new virality.
This is the deep lore. You want me to giggle at some fail videos?
Yeah, that is what I want you to do, actually. Oh, like, it needs a new screw.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all it is. But no, yeah, we're definitely very lucky to have this stuff now.
Okay, how many of these have I seen? Oh, this kid. Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay, we'll skip this.
Angle is
sound.
all wrong.
Oh.
Okay, so yeah, maybe you could show us. Feel free to comment on what went wrong or whatever. And I missed that first one, so I'm gonna.
Okay,
We can rewatch this again.
I don't know what he's going for. It could be Kong into the planter. Let's see. Stretched out. No, he wants to front flip
Holy
that.
moly! He kind of like squished. That would be.
Is he trying to dive roll that? Well, he didn't have enough jump.
Poor guy. That would be me.
Boing slip. Yep.
Oh, and that's like Dun River or something,
Ugh. He's okay. Oh, Joe Scandrett. Oh, man, that's a shame.
What?
Normally he does those very well. So that's Joe Scandrett. He's very good at this, actually, the wall slides. Most of the time he gets it right, but every now and again. Like, he knows enough not to die trying that high level, but still.
He is gonna like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
boom,
he
boom.
like walked. His feet were like walking, running down the wall.
See, this is fun. This is what I wanted.
This whole thing just to do this, just to get this part.
Fails.
Let's see what he's going.
Oh my gosh!
See, how's that a fail? Like, he's still
Dude, what do you mean? How
What
does
do you mean
that
that's a
fail?
fail? You think that's what he was trying to
Look
you think
at
that's what he was
his
trying
neck.
to
Perfectly
That was the
timed.
goal, Hannah. That was the end goal.
Oh my god.
That's what he was working towards.
Ouch.
Compound
He didn't
fracture.
fail in my eyes.
Yeah, no.
He's just laying down.
Power without control is nothing. Yep. That's the
That was
hazard
more
of older
facility
buildings.
issue.
Yeah, he got stuck on that rope or whatever.
He psyched out. He psyched out. He was going to front flip that and he psyched out.
Oh, so that's like a common that can
Wait.
happen, like where you don't.
Yeah, you see
Follow
the ground
through.
coming and then you... Wait, what was I doing?
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Let's see. Okay, nice reverse step out. Working with a broken arm, not bad. Step throughs, let's go. And he psyched out.
Oh my
Psyched
Was
out.
he trying to jump from the?
So...
Oh, These are all
Go back, go back, go back, go back,
So
go
I
back,
can
go back.
answer Haley's question?
Yes.
Hannah.
Hannah.
Haley.
Okay, wait.
So we're going through this, right? He's just keep going. Yeah.
Okay. We'll
Very
push.
smooth flow and pause there. So he was going to try to side flip from that corner to that other bench.
Oh.
But just as he set up for it, he felt his angle was wrong. He psychs out, and now he can't get back into his proper air form.
And
So
this
he's-
is him
So
now.
what do you do? Is there anything you can do, or you're done?
Well, I mean, at that level, at that high level, don't freak out. Freaking, that's kind of like prevention. Once you're in that situation,
Gotta follow through.
yeah, you have to. Even if he'd rotated here, I feel he would have landed like ass on the bench, but he would have avoided the head neck injury. So I don't know. You'd have to ask him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh.
Now this next one, this one's good. Oh, it just
Yeah.
gets stuck on there. This guy's doing good.
High level, right through, good side flip. Where does it go wrong?
I feel like a scary face is gonna pop up. Oh, where'd he go? Oh, okay. This one,
Is Portugal. Okay, so no problem so far.
there's
He's
got to
doing
be
good. He's
something
moving.
good because.
The camera came in.
Oh, he's gonna get hit.
Oh,
No?
Oh,
that's it?
That's what's
That's
now.
I think that clip was in Lisbon. No, not that one. The one
The
before.
one before.
I recognize some of these spots. I haven't been international, but I think that's Lisbon.
are these like known like parkour spots?
Some of them are, yeah. Like there's
That makes
a
sense,
list
actually.
of internationally famous spots.
Interesting.
It's like I know about places in Singapore, and I've never been to Singapore just because there are places there where people like jumping on things. Aye. Oh, that's in France.
Oh, okay.
Ouch. Yeah. Yeah.
At least the tree caught him.
Oh, okay, good catch. Let's see. All right. Nope.
Oh, then we got slow mo. Boom.
The wrist.
Ouch.
No, she's good.
Tried to catch it with that crane, but ow.
So what we're seeing here is those 3 in 10,000 injuries or whatever the statistic was from earlier.
Okay, good catch. But ow. That shin's bleeding. That shin's bleeding. Don't squeeze it. Stop that.
Oh, why are you trying to close it?
Oh, this guy. See, that's
Oh, whoa.
that's parkour after hitting the bars. That's what that looks like.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen a few guys at sports do stuff
Usually
like
they just
this.
like those kind of.
Oh, that one he went. That one he went through.
Man literally jumped and then
Just
Someone fell
fell.
the toilet and he falls.
boing, boing.
Oh,
How is that parkour? How is that parkour?
I've
Chicken with
seen
the
that
car?
one. I've seen that one.
Parkour.
I was just playing chicken with a car. He runs straight at it.
A little slower, guys.
Oh. Yeah.
At least it was
I
on
only
the
make that
fit.
mistake once.
IMAX. Yeah, London. That was London IMAX theater. Nope, you're not gonna make this. Not gonna make it. Not gonna make it. Not gonna.
Oh my gosh.
And boom goes to dynamite.
Yo.
Ouch.
Anything like that ever happened to you, David?
When I was a teenager, I wasn't really practicing parkour seriously. Yeah, I was just kind of bouncing on a rail at like a rest stop in between trips, and I was just like slip, bang, ow.
Ouch. That rest stop action.
Oh no! Wait, something on campus did happen. Oh, I do have a funny injury story.
Okay.
So I'm walking across the bike racks because that's a fun, easy thing you can do.
Oh yeah.
It's
So
like
listen,
walking on top
I'm
of
walking
them,
across the
boing,
bike
boing, boing. So I decided to take a jump. Forgot that my foot was a little bit wet. So bike rack is here. This is a nice U shape. Foot's here. Whoop. Me, like I ragdoll, eating a basket full of bike rack.
Ouch.
I couldn't walk up straight for like a week and a half. It was hard to breathe.
Yeah.
I could have cracked my sternum.
Glad you survived.
Glad you're alive.
And that wasn't even like
here.
high level. That was just like not wiping my shoes.
Right.
Always wipe your shoes, kids.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
So Hannah and Derrick have got to go. So
Are you guys
we've
gonna
got
wrap
to cut
it up?
the. I mean, this was our last thing, and I
Yeah.
feel like
Yeah.
Fair
we've
enough.
gotten enough fails and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
All right. Well,
David, any shout outs? Thank you so much for
Thank you,
coming.
thank you. This was
By the
awesome.
way,
Of course.
it was a ton of fun having you. It's like my dream come true. Any shout outs or anything like that for your org? And we'll be sure to promote. You kind of gave a shout out that you guys have upcoming events and stuff. Everyone
Yeah.
follow Bloomington Parkour on Instagram. Check out their website. It's all linked there.
Or you're
Yep.
kicked out of Out Club.
And and when when you can't sleep at night, go scroll through those reels because I've done that many times, and each one's better than the last.
Is my voice really that comforting?
Yes.
I don't know about your voice. I wouldn't say that, but I would say the videos themselves are pretty good.
Oh, yeah. BloomingtonParkour.com. We're the only Bloomington Parkour. You won't have a hard time finding us. Look for our flyers everywhere. Look for Spring Jump Off. See you at First Thursday.
Yes.
Get to your meeting.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks for
Bye.
listening. Bye.